They call it the Great American Road Trip. For most, that means driving from coast to coast. But we did something very different. In just 9 days, across 7 states, through 6 national parks and over 2,300 miles, we drove from the southern border of the United States to the northern border, from the border with Mexico to the border with Canada. When we started this road trip, we didn't know what we would find. But what we discovered was unforgettable. One car, 2 travelers, moments that stay forever. Alright, so let me tell you the truth. This was the road trip we took before we got married. I've been meaning to put it into a video for a while, and as I finally started working on it, I kept thinking of one Jack Kerouac line. We were halfway across America, at the dividing line between the east of our youth and the west of our future. I'm rephrasing it, sure, but it felt exactly that, a threshold between who we were and everything we were about to become. 1 week ago, Mira and I were exactly 15 minutes away from the border with Mexico, and right now we're about 30 minutes away from the border with Canada. We've crossed 7 states from the south border to the north border of the United States of America. We've seen desert, canyons, geysers, hot springs, mountains, glaciers. America is truly an incredibly beautiful country.
It's really amazing.
Our journey started right here in the southern city of El Paso, Texas, right at the border with Mexico. We flew in there from New York City, picked up our rental car, and got on the road. In just about 80 miles, we reached our first destination and our first national park, White Sands National Park in New Mexico. Good morning, guys. It's 7 a.m. in the morning in New Mexico. We are in White Sands National Park. Hold on, let's just pause for a second how quiet it is. I don't remember the last time I heard this quiet in an area of
because you're always
Manhattan.
talking. Yeah.
Mary?
Yes.
What do you have to say?
It's gorgeous. It's just beautiful, and we're just soaking in this.
We are soaking in this moment, and we will continue. White Sands National Park is something
Gorgeous.
unreal.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's so quiet. There are literally 2 persons right now in this park, and you are looking at them, and nobody within the vicinity of 3,000 miles. Actually, there's some people in the car. But it's really, really beautiful and peaceful if you want to recharge.
It's like the best place. Yeah. Definitely come in the mornings because I think it's just so much quieter, so much more beautiful.
It's amazing. We spent about 2 hours just walking around the park and taking in the serenity. Then Mira decided to shower herself with sand. I guess she enjoys sand in her hair. And after that, we got back on the road because we had about 8 hours of a road trip towards our next destination. For the next 8 hours, we cruised through an endless stretch of road of American Southwest. Just us, the open skies, and some peaceful, calming music. The best part of driving through the soul of America through the Midwest is that for hundreds and hundreds of miles, you're often the only car on the road, and there is a strange kind of peace in that solitude. That evening, we saw our first sunset from the road, and it was nothing short of spectacular.
Good morning, guys. Today is August 2nd. We are in Grand Canyon City. We're traveling, we don't even know where we are. We are going to see Grand Canyon, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world.
One of the 7 natural wonders.
7, what? National wonders?
Natural.
Natural, not national. Natural wonders. This is the car that's one of the wonders of our world that's been taking us on a journey. And Mira right now is cleaning the windshield so that the quality of the video is superb.
They say no photo, no video, no words can truly capture the Grand Canyon. And the moment we stood at the edge, we understood why. Carved over millions of years by the Colorado River, this mile-deep canyon stretches 277 miles across the desert. It's not just a landscape, it's a time machine revealing nearly 2 billion years of Earth's history in its layers. Standing there, it didn't feel real. It felt like something ancient, something sacred, a true wonder of the world.
Good morning, everyone. We're finally in Grand Canyon. The place is absolutely magical. Right next to me is my favorite co-host of the show, Mira. Yesterday, she got poisoned. Had a food poisoning, but we all know that because it was not a food poisoning, it was a chemical weapon. Mira developed nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain. We had to transport her urgently to Grand Canyon Red Feather Lodge. She survived, and now I'm suffering consequences of her illness. But that's beautiful, because in reality, it was all worth it, wasn't it?
US Route 89, also known as the National Park Highway, stretches over 1,300 miles from Arizona all the way to the Canadian border. That morning, we were on our way to Bryce Canyon National Park in southern Utah.
So we're going from Grand Canyon to Bryce Canyon through now Arizona and later Utah. And look at this.
Gorgeous.
It's peaceful. The road is amazing. It's gorgeous.
Driving along US Route 89 feels almost spiritual. The road cuts through vast, untamed landscapes, and for miles, you're completely alone. It doesn't just take you somewhere, it transforms you. No crowds, no chaos. It's cathartic. Route 89 doesn't just show you the West, it helps you find a part of yourself along the way.
Good afternoon. It is now 9:30 a.m. It's not really good afternoon, right? Good morning. And we are right now in Bryce. This is the inspiration point.
Inspiration.
It inspires people to jump off this cliff. And I almost fell. And Mira almost had a heart attack.
Located at an altitude of over 2,400 meters in southern Utah, Bryce Canyon isn't really a canyon. It's a natural amphitheater carved by ice, wind, and time. This place doesn't feel like it belongs on Earth. It's truly otherworldly.
Except for regular noise pollution.
Amazing. Absolutely spectacular. Let's sit here. Hold on a second.
But in all seriousness, Bryce is incredibly quiet. After soaking in the majesty of Bryce Canyon, we were back on the road. 6 hours of near total solitude, barely a car or soul inside, heading toward our next destination.
We have arrived to Grantsville, Utah. We were really nervous. For the past 200 miles,
There was no one, no humans.
there were 3-4 cars, and at some point we stopped to take pictures, and a car slows down and drives to our
Straight
car.
up to our car.
And the guy, it looks like a teacher, but you know, one of those teachers that has a bunker full of
Not a
hostages
bunker,
for 25
He had,
years.
like,
I'd say, baby, get in the car.
baskets of maize.
And I was like, he's probably gonna pull out the gun and shoot us. And I was wrong. How wrong I was. New Yorker, disgusting snob I am. The guy said, "Are you lost? Is everything okay? Do you need help?" And then we drove away. Right?
You were scared.
I know.
And then we arrived somewhere that felt like nothing we've ever seen before. Like driving across a frozen ocean made of salt. Just endless white, silence, and sky. This is the Bonneville Salt Flats. Located just 110 miles west of Salt Lake City, the Bonneville Salt Flats are a 30,000-acre stretch of blinding white salt crust, Formed thousands of years ago from the ancient Lake Bonneville, this vast expanse was left behind as the lake dried up, creating one of the flattest, most surreal landscapes in North America. Part natural wonder, part racetrack. This is where silence meets adrenaline, and where the horizon dares you to chase it.
Hi guys, Stas is gonna join me, but look here, now we have such a vast, extensive land of just salts, and we are here at Bonneville Salt Flats and in Utah, and it's amazing.
This entire journey has been about space, has been about blue sky, has been about absolute
Tranquility.
tranquility.
No words, right?
Now we're going to Salt Lake City, the city that never
Runs out of salt.
runs out of salt. Exactly. Very good. All right, see you later, guys.
Alright.
Cheers.